Hey everyone, Corvus here, and welcome to this review of Raid Shadow Legends by Plarium. Version of the game, so please keep in mind that everything you see here now is subject to change. So Raid Shadow Legends is a fantasy RPG, champion collecting type of game with a turn-based combat system. So this makes that there are two main features in the game. First of all, there's the combat, and then there are the heroes, which are called champions in this game. So let's talk about the champions a bit more first, since they're really the bread and butter of the game. This here is the champion index, where you can see all the champions and check which one you're still missing from your collection. So as you can see on the banners here, these are all the separate factions you have in game. And as you can see at the bottom, there are still 3 factions which are hidden to me currently. If we open one of the factions, you're immediately greeted with these gorgeous character portraits. They're all unique, and the same goes for the character models, the 3D models, which are also unique for each character. As you can see also here is that there are several tiers of rarity. The top row, these are the legendary champions, which are featured with a gold border. Then you have the epic champions, they have purple border. Then the rare ones with the blue border, uncommon green, and finally common with the gray border. So here I'm not having any other rarities than uncommon and common. So let's go to another faction, for example Lizardman. Here you can see I've collected 1 epic already, 2 rares, all of the uncommons, and there's 1 common type which I also own. So let's take a closer look at a champion. This one is called Jiho. In this screen you can give him a 360, zoom in, zoom out, and also check out his skills. So by tapping on the skills you get an explanation. We'll talk about that a bit more when we come to the combat aspect of the game. And as you can see, all the skills, they can also be upgraded, and same goes for the champion. So at the top you see the stars. Now we're coming to the screen from the index, so it's already at maximum stats that you see here. But let's go back to the main menu, which also looks awesome. I think everything is done in this epic fantasy setting. I really like this. Overall the graphic style is something I also quite like, and the overall visual style of the game is also very appealing to me. It looks very polished. There's a lot of effort gone into the character models, but also in the menus and the art, like this menu. So if you press the champions on the bottom right, then we go to the index of the champions that you own. So you see there's a grid on the left side with all the champions that I currently have. You can see Jizo here. Mine is currently at level 29, 5 stars, 5 yellow stars, and on the right you can see the gear that he currently has. If we go here to skills, you see the skills that we already discussed, and then the masteries. Masteries in the game are the skill trees of the several different champions. So artifacts you get as a reward, you can grind them, you can also level them up. So this one, they also have the same tiers of rarity, purple being epic, blue rare, green uncommon, gray common. So you can see on the left you have here the upgrade, where you can upgrade the artifacts, the weapon in this case. This one is already at max level. This one is level 12. You see with each upgrade you get extra affixes, and the item also, is base stat becomes more powerful. Upgrading costs silver, and it gets more difficult to upgrade an item. So what I mean by that is that if I press upgrade here, you can see the upgrade chance is low. This fails, so I have to repeat this until it works. And this is really one of the main ways that you will lose silver in the game. Second thing that costs silver, and there's quite a debate going on currently whether this is good for the game or not, is switching. When you switch items, for example, if I want to switch out this epic sword with this uncommon sword, I press equip, and you see I have to pay 50,000 in-game silver to do this. Now this is a bit of a downside of the game, I think. It should be cool that you can experiment a bit with the different gear for each hero, and the fact that it costs quite a bit of silver to do this hampers this process a bit. So as you can see, this one is at 5 stars. Stars are the rank of the hero. This one is a rare hero star at 4 stars, and you can also see that there are 2 purple stars in here. Purple stars are acquired by ascending champions, and this can be done in the tavern, which we will visit after this character model has loaded. So let's go to the tavern. I think another small point here is that I don't quite understand why there are 2 menus to do everything with your champions. We have the champions menu, and then you have the tavern, which we were now. So you can select a hero. What I wanted to show you is Ascension. This basically means that you can give him another purple star, which results in better stats. And as you can see at the bottom, I need some potions for this. And potions, they are one in the dungeon, which we'll have a closer look to in a minute when we talk about the different types of combat. Another thing I can do here is upgrade the skills. I can do this by sacrificing a duplicate champion, or use one of the tomes that are on the left, and these are collected in-game. Another thing I can do is upgrade rank, and what this means is that I will give him an extra star, so he will go from 4 stars to 5 stars. This is a bit of a catch in the game. I've not said this so far, but this game requires a lot of grinding, and the upgrading of the ranks of the champions is one of the reasons that this game is so grindy. So Gallic is now at max level with 4 stars, and what you can do now is bring him up to 5 stars. And to be able to do this, you need 4 other heroes. You need to sacrifice them, so you lose them. You need 4 other heroes with 4 stars to bring this one hero up to 5 stars. So you lose the 4-star heroes, but that's not all. Gallic returns to level 1 again with 5 stars, so you have to bring them all the way up back to 40 and then to 50 again. So this really turns this into a bit of a grind fest here, which means that 5 and 6 star heroes, they soak up a lot of time. So epic heroes, they start at 4 stars, and rare heroes, they start at 3 stars. This one, for example. But rare heroes, you do not want to use them to sacrifice. It was one of the beginner mistakes I made. I sacrificed quite a powerful rare hero, so it's a bad idea. So what you want to do is sacrifice uncommon heroes. You have plenty of those, but the catch here is that they start at 2 stars. You need to bring them up to level 20, sacrifice a couple of other uncommons, and you can use this 3-star to upgrade the rare ones. So for example this one, but this one isn't at max level, so I can't show you. Let me check if there's here. I have a rare one at max level. Let's say I want to upgrade his rank. I need to sacrifice 3 3-star heroes. Then I press upgrade at the bottom right, and it gains another star, but returns to level 1. What else can we do here is upgrade a level. So for example, we want to upgrade this level 12 uncommon hero. We can do some combat with him. What we can also do is sacrifice some common heroes like this. We lose the common heroes, but this guy gains XP. Another thing we can use here are XP brews, which are also gained in one portion of the combat in the dungeons. Also, we can also use these to upgrade the level of the hero. So that's enough about the champions now, I think. Let's check out the other part of the game, the battle. So you have several options to do battle. There's a campaign mode, you have dungeons, arena, which is basically the PvP. You have a clan boss, which is only available when you're in a clan. And then on the right, faction wars. This is an upcoming feature, which will probably be featured in the full version when the beta is over. So the campaign, I'm very positive about this. It's a good storyline with nice cutscenes, very good voice acting. This campaign takes you over 12 acts, with each of the act being made up of 6 levels, 6 stages, and then a boss stage. So when you want to fight, open an act, then choose a level. You can already see some information about the enemies you can expect in this level. So if you press battle, you see some more detail, and then you can tap these character portraits as well to get more information about the heroes you will encounter. So from this information you can create your team. So there are 4 types of magic in the game, which you can see in the triangle in top center. There's blue, green and red. And the relation between these is that they're strong against one type, but they're weak against another. And then there's the arcane type, which does not have a weakness against one of the 3 other types and is supposed to be a bit stronger than the rest. So in this team we have all of them with the red energy. So what we want is make a team of heroes with green energy. Then start looking for good fighters with green energy. Taking a Jizo, which you already saw, and you can notice that on his top right of the character frame there's this small shield icon, which means he has an aura which buffs the entire party. Let's take some others. Let's take some other green heroes. These, for example, press start and then the combat will begin. So it's a turn-based battle. The yellow bar you see above every champion is the turn indicator. When this is full, the character can fight. So Jizo is about to start. You can see the skills at the bottom right. If you press long, you will get some information about these. And then you see the arrows above the heads of the champions. That's about the different vulnerabilities of the different magic types that I talked about. So the 2 guys in the middle, they're very vulnerable for Jizo's type of magic. Let's attack one of the 2. Then next turn, attacks one enemy 3 times. Sounds good. This one, probably I'm a bit of out leveling this level. So this is the combat in a nutshell. There's not only fighting involved, but also buffs like this one. If there are arrows above your own party members, this is a buff. You can revive characters, place debuffs on enemies, etc. There are also AoE spells like this one, which attacks all enemies. Then it's the enemy's turn. So doing this type of combat manually the first few times is good to get a hang of the game, but you'll quite quickly get into the grinding aspect of the game, and then you will want to speed this game up by pressing ×2 on the left bottom and then the auto button, and then the game plays itself basically. So every level consists of 3 waves of enemies, and in the boss stage you get 2 regular waves and then a boss. When combat is over, you can see the loot at the top, and then the characters, they gain XP. You can edit the team, go to the next level, or replay the level. What else we have in this menu is the market, where you can buy items. This refreshes once every hour. Another feature here is the gem mine, which I haven't unlocked already. So gems are quite hard to come by in this game, and this mine produces gems for you, but you need to check back every few hours to harvest the gems. Heroes, they're acquired from shards. You have 4 rarities of shards: mystery shards, ancient shards, void shards, which can yield those champions with the void, so arcane type of magic, and then the sacred shards, which have a small chance of yielding a legendary champion. So if you're one of these shards, just open them up by pressing the summon. Again, you need to pay a small amount of silver. Then you're greeted with a short animation where you can see the hero that you've summoned. These shards are rewarded quite often, but of course this is a free-to-play game. If we take a look at the shop, which options are there, you'll see that you quite quickly are greeted with these shards which you can buy. Also silver and in-game currency, the gems. So what's cool is that every day you get rewarded a free mystery shard, and once a week you get an ancient shards for free. Other option which we haven't covered yet is the sparring pit, where you can level up the champions just by placing them in there, wait a couple of hours and then leveling them up this way. There are some other game modes which I will touch very briefly. So dungeons is a place where you will grind for potions to ascend the champions, also for better loot in the Dragon's Lair, Spider's Den, Rise Golem Peak. In the Minotaur's Labyrinth you will grind for scrolls, which you can use to improve your champions even more with the skill tree. Arena is quite straightforward. This is a PvP battle where you can see a list of enemies and then choose to fight them. Also you need to put up your own team for defense, like this. Clan boss is a very strong boss which you cannot beat on your own, so once every 8 hours all clan members can fight them. You have 24 hours of time to bring him down. So now my clan, as you can see here, is down to have him down to 63%. So my overall conclusion of this game is that I really like it. There are two downsides, of course, which I talked about in this review before. This is the grinding aspect of the game, but if you know this, I think you can prepare accordingly. It's not really a problem. It's just a property of this game, which you should know up front. Second downside, small downside, is the silver cost that comes with unequipping items. Then the advantage, of course, is the sheer number of champions. Again, there are 300 champions in this game. Also the visual style is something I really like. It's not the anime or cartoony type of game. I don't quite like this, but this visual style I very much like. So I think Plarium did a great job. I hope to see a lot of more content for this game in the future. I'm sure they will add a number of champions. Events are also in the works. Then the faction wars is a feature that is coming, so I think the future for Raid Shadow Legends is very bright. So I hope you like this review. Please share your experiences with the game in the comment section, and otherwise please remember to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. See you, bye.